Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Amy. Today we are going to talk about winter favourites. General things that I've been enjoying. It's a very mixed bag, but bear with me. Hopefully you'll find some of this interesting. Maybe you'll try some of it, I don't know. We will see. So there are a few categories that I want to talk about today. We have got technology, lifestyle, beauty, TV, and then there's one food item. So let's get started. Right, first category is technology, and the first thing I want to talk about, you can see just there on my bedside table, is a clock, an alarm clock, and it is a sunrise sunset clock. I got it from Amazon, and it's the, bear with me, it's the Fitfort Alarm Clock Wake Up Light Sunrise Sunset Simulation Table Bedside Lamp with FM radio, nature sounds and touch control function. I struggle in the mornings, particularly in the winter, when it is dark, waking up, my alarm goes off, my body is just not ready to be awake. It doesn't like it. So I have been thinking for a couple of years now actually, and looking at getting one of the more expensive, well-known branded sunrise alarm clock. Also in the winter when it's so dark, I do struggle a bit with it being dark and just horrible generally in the winter. So I was interested in getting one of those, like a sunlight simulation lamp type thing. So I was looking into it and I came across the one that I've got now, and it was way cheaper than any of the other well-known kind of brands. I paid for it. I'm not sure how much I paid for it now, but if I can look back and find it, then I will pop it on screen now so that you know. But I have been using it. I don't use all the functions on it. So for example, I don't wake up to nature sounds or the radio. I actually wake up to my phone alarm, but I do use the sunrise setting so that by the time my phone alarm goes off, I've been gradually awakened by the light over I think it gives it a half an hour process. You can also use it for evenings on a sunset setting. I don't use it for that either. I do occasionally use the radio in here with it on. It also is a mood lamp. It has it's a lamp, but it has various different colour settings. So if you just want kind of a gentle light on in the evenings before you go to bed, it's really good for that. I was a bit sceptical, which is why I didn't really want to pay masses of money for something that I wasn't sure was going to work. But I have been super impressed with it. It really helps me. I can really notice in the mornings that getting up is much easier. It's never super easy, obviously, but it is much easier when I've been gently woken up rather than just my alarm going off in pitch black. So that is the first thing. The next thing in technology is also slightly random, and it is this wireless mouse. So when we all started working from home, I had my laptop. My laptop is 11 years old, I think, and the touchpad on it is really not great. I mean, if you touch it in a certain way, all of a sudden everything kind of zooms in or zooms out. The button that you click has fallen off, so everything was catching. So I wanted to get a wireless mouse because it was driving me mad. And I thought, why not have something cute on your desk? I mean, it does exactly the same thing as a normal wireless mouse. It just makes me smile every day. So it's a Jellycomb, I'm not entirely sure how you say it, wireless mouse. They come in lots of different designs. The panda wasn't the only design, but I just thought having something cute, like a little mouse with a little face on my desk, would make work a bit more fun. So that's my second thing. That is it in the technology section, so it's just those two things. Kind of following on from that in the lifestyle category, is what I've put it in, is blue light blocking glasses. Now again, when we first started working from home, and I was sat in front of my computer all day, and my desk is a tiny desk, so I was very close to my screen, I was noticing that I was getting lots of headaches. I've always got headaches when my eyes get tired anyway. I've got one eye that's slightly weaker than the other. My brain gets tired putting the pictures together. So I do wear glasses occasionally, but I don't need them really for every day. And yeah, as I was saying, I was getting headaches, so I decided I would try some blue light blocking glasses. Now again, not being entirely convinced that they would help. I didn't want to spend masses of money. So the first pair that I got, I think were about like £10 from Amazon, like nothing very expensive, I noticed a massive difference, I have to say. Like, I wasn't convinced they were going to work, but I did notice a massive difference. I had a lot less headaches, I felt a lot less tired, I slept better, and they were great. So recently I decided that I wanted to buy another pair. As I say, this pair was very cheap. They had very yellowy kind of lenses and didn't look the most attractive. So I decided that obviously I was convinced that these were helping me, so I was going to buy another pair. That brings me on to these, which are the Akame blue light blocking glasses. They came in this box. They were very fancy. Came in this box, came in a case with a lens wipe, and also a blue light that you could shine on this piece of paper and see how they actually blocked the light. But anyway, they look like this. So they still do have slightly yellow lenses, but a lot less than the other ones. In this light they do look quite yellow, but normally they look fine. And yeah, I really like them. They're really comfortable to wear. I think they suit my face shape, so very happy with them. Again, I got them off Amazon. Again, I don't think they were that expensive. I'll put the price up if I can find what I paid for them, but highly recommend blue light blocking glasses. They make a massive difference, and I didn't think they would. So that's that. Okay, next in lifestyle is a drink bottle. Again, this is a very random collection. So, drink bottle. Last summer, I was drinking a lot of water. It was very hot. Drinking water wasn't a problem. I've noticed, as we've got into the winter, I've just been drinking less and less water. I just can't bring myself to do it. I don't know quite what's the matter. And I saw Hannah Ricketts on one of her vlogs talking about a drinks bottle that she had got and how she was drinking a lot more water all of a sudden. And I was like, well, okay. Anyway, I was putting in an Amazon order. This came up and I was like, okay, sure, I'll give it a go. I'm drinking so much more water. I think it's because it's got this little, like, it's got a straw which detaches, came with a like cleaner for it, and then it's got like this little pop-up here that you can drink from. I think it's because you can just mindlessly drink. Like, there is no effort. You don't have to like tip it. You can do it while you're doing anything else, just like sipping on it, and it's really helping. I'm drinking way more water. It does have these timings on the side of it. I pay no attention to them, but I guess for some people that is helpful as well. For me, it just holds my water and means I drink it. The next thing to talk about is a Spotify playlist. This is a little bit of a random one, but it is called, hang on, let me get it up. It's called Nashville Stripped. Music from the heart of Nashville, stripped down to the basics. I am not someone that typically listens to country music, and I don't even know how I came across this playlist, but I really enjoy it for having on in the background. It's really relaxing. It's not distracting, so if I'm doing work, I can have it on. It's just really gentle in the background. It isn't intrusive. It's just nice. Like, it's just a really relaxing playlist. Highly recommend you check it out. Even if you haven't listened to country before, it's just a really nice background music playlist to have on. Right, the final thing in this category is candles. So over winter, I have been burning quite a lot of scented candles. They've made me feel cozy. They've made my house seem a bit more warm and inviting, I guess. For me, it's not like I'm inviting anyone else in at the moment. And I discovered in TK Maxx this brand of candles, and it's the Sand and Fog candles. I discovered them sort of Christmas time. This one is a cinnamon Noel, so it was specifically for Christmas. It was a really big candle, 3-wick candle, and it's still got the price on, and it was $12.99, so it was an absolute bargain for a massive candle like this. Now it still smells like it's completely empty, but I can still smell it, and it was so good. It lasted a really long time, burnt really nicely, and in my stocking, my mum put in this one, which is also a Sand and Fog one, and it's the black cedar one. I haven't put the lid on properly because it got stuck and it was really hard to get off, but it came with a nice like fancy gold lid, and again, it smells so good. Like, it's so nice. It's kind of a quite a masculine scent, I would say, like a bit aftershavey maybe, but it smells so good. And because my mum never removes prices on any presents because she forgets, I can tell you that this was £7.99 from TK Maxx. This was just a 2-wick one. It's almost gone. Yeah, as I say, they just burn really nicely. They smell so nice. I will definitely, once I can get to the shops and everything is open again, be purchasing some more if they're in TK Maxx. So that's that. Right, moving on from lifestyle, the next category that I want to talk about is a couple of beauty bits. I don't have any makeup bits, just a couple of beauty bits. So the first thing I want to talk about is this Tangle Teezer brush. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, it's the vented Tangle Teezer. It's got different bristles to a normal Tangle Teezer. So I have got long, pretty thick hair. I've always had really thick hair. It's always been really tangly. As a child, having my hairbrush was one of the worst things ever. I've moved on a bit from that now, but it is very tangly, particularly when I've just had it highlighted. It becomes quite dry, and trying to get a brush through it is really tricky. Now, I do have a normal Tangle Teezer, but I find the bristles on a normal Tangle Teezer are just too flexible. They brush the top of my hair, but they just don't go all the way through. Just don't feel like it's brushing it. So this is good for a quick run through, but it is not good for brushing my hair kind of in the mornings or when I've just got out the shower, etc. This one is amazing. First of all, the bristles on it they're flexible at the top, but then they've got kind of wider, sturdier at the bottom, which really helps kind of get all the way through my hair. It's got a handle, which also really helps. I find with these, like I'm brushing and then it will like fly across the room or something. So that really helps. And it's vented, so when you're blow drying your hair, it's much quicker because it's vented for blow drying. This I bought on a whim. I am very pleased with it, very happy with it. I love it. The next thing is another hair product, and it is this L'Oreal Extraordinary Oil Cocoa Multi-Use Balm. This is amazing. You can use it, so it says it's a multi-use balm. Essentially it's a hair mask. It's the same kind of consistency as a hair mask. You see there's a bit left in it. It smells incredible, but you can use it in several different ways. So it says, on dry hair, leave on for as long as it needs, from 5 minutes for instant nourishment to overnight for rich care. After shampoo, leave in for 2 to 3 minutes on wet hair, then rinse for intense nourishment, or as a leave-in, focusing on lengths and ends, perfect for manageability and shine. I use it on my wet hair for a couple of minutes as a kind of hair mask, but it's great. Like, it detangles my hair, leaves it feeling so nice and nourished and hydrated, particularly again after I've had my hair highlighted. It was really dry and tangly. This was amazing on it, so highly recommend this. And then the last thing in this beauty category is moisturizer, particularly day moisturizer, but actually I want to talk about the combination of these two. So I'm going to talk about Nivea Moisturizer. Not something that many people talk about, but this Nivea Q10 Anti-Wrinkle Pore Refining Day Cream SPF 15. And with that I also use the Nivea Q10 Energy Recharging Night Cream. Now, I've used Nivea for years. During lockdown I ran out of day cream and I was in the supermarket, couldn't find any more. So I thought, okay, right, fine, maybe it's time for a change. And I instead got this Olay Complete Day Cream for sensitive skin. Now, it looks like it's quite thick. It's not. It goes on really thin. Like, it's just, yeah, it goes on really thin. Unlike the Nivea one, which is genuinely quite thick. And my skin hated it. It made it really oily, like particularly my forehead, but my whole T-zone basically. My skin not a fan. It took a while for me to work out that it was this that was causing it. So then that brings me on to this next complete fail. I realised that the Olay stuff wasn't working. I think it was Black Friday. It must have been Black Friday. I was on ASOS and it came up with this Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. It's a big container. Plus it came with a travel size one as well. And instead of being like 60 odd quid, I think it was 30, and I was like, wow, bargain, and some really nice skincare. Like, this will sort my greasy, horrible, oily skin out. Brilliant. Now bear in mind that this is also allergy tested and 100% fragrance free, dermatologist developed for combination oily to oily skin. Well, I'm allergic to it. Again, it took me a couple of days to realise that that was what was doing it. So over Christmas I was using this, and my skin came up with like red bumps along here, and I was like, oh no, bit of like hormonal acne or something. And then my skin was just so itchy and just like, it just felt like it had something on it that I just needed to get off. Well, I realised that it was my expensive moisturiser. So I'm now stuck with a whole load of Clinique moisturiser that my skin absolutely hates, and I'm not entirely happy with it. So that brings me back to my trusty old Nivea combination, which my skin is loving and is way cheaper than the Clinique, and it seems to be what works for me. So there we go. Now we're going to move on to TV. So there will be no massive revelations in this one. We're going to talk about things that probably everyone's heard of and everyone's enjoyed. But as we're doing winter favourites, they definitely fall into that. First thing I'm going to talk about is Bridgerton. Now, if you haven't heard of Bridgerton, where have you been? So I really love a period drama. Pride and Prejudice, the BBC version, not the film, we don't talk about the film. The BBC version of Pride and Prejudice is one of my all-time favourites. When I was younger and I was ill from school, I would watch this, like it would be one of those comfort things. But I really love period dramas. So Bridgerton I really enjoyed, loved. For the period drama aspect, for the Gossip Girl aspect, just for all of it. It was great. I'm also reading the books, so I'm really enjoying going through those, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what all of the siblings do in the coming series as well. So that will be cool. The next TV thing I want to talk about is Schitt's Creek. Again, an oldie but a goodie. I love this series. Like, it's so warm and comforting. You can watch over and over again. It's so feel good. I recently, over Christmas, introduced my parents to it. My dad loves it. My dad thought it was hilarious, thought it was great. My mum did not get it at all. And that almost made it funnier because watching her reaction to it, while me and my dad were like laughing along, and she was just sat there in complete confused state, not knowing why it was funny, what was going on, was also hilarious. So, but yeah, Schitt's Creek is just something that I can put on again and again and again. It's like a warm blanket. It's brilliant. And then the last TV thing I want to talk about is a slightly newer thing, and that's WandaVision on Disney+. Now, if you haven't watched it, or if you have only watched 1 or 2 episodes and thought, what is this? Absolutely not. Persevere. Get past episode 3 and then it's incredible. The first 2 episodes or 3 episodes, you're just a bit like, what? Look. But after that, all becomes clear and it is amazing. I like all of the Marvel films, series, the whole cinematic universe. I really enjoy all of that from there. So I loved WandaVision, thought it was brilliant. If you haven't already watched it, highly recommend. And just as a general, while we're talking about TV and things, Disney+. I mean, that came along at a time when we all needed it. Like, straight into lockdown, Disney+ comes out, thank goodness. There's loads more to watch. And now Star is also on Disney+. There's a lot more sort of adult content, I would guess, you would call it. So yeah, really enjoying Disney+ as a whole as well. Right, that leaves me with just one more item to talk about, and that is a food item, and that is these Tesco cereal bars. So they are chocolate and caramel cereal bars with fudge chunks. They're a pretty small cereal bar. They're only 65 calories, and I'm not sure entirely how much they are, but they're not very expensive. A Tesco brand. Having these in the cupboard is amazing. You just want a little sweet treat. You don't want anything too much. You don't want to eat like a whole chocolate bar or anything, but you just want something, little sweet something. These, highly recommend. If you haven't tried them, definitely do so. Okay, so that is the end of my winter favourite. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there were some things in there that maybe you might try, or if you have already tried them, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think of these things. If there's anything you think I should be trying, then also let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. And also, If you want to subscribe, that would be amazing. You can follow along and you will be updated every time I upload. But for now, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.